Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Radha Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Nityananda Shri Advaita Radha Shri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Radha Sri Gora Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Everybody Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare TikTok chant Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Everybody, TikTok, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Shri Shri Gauri Nitai ke Jai, Shri Prabhupada ke Jai, Jai Gaura Premanandi. Jai Om Vishnupat Paramahamsa Parivrajakacarya Asutora Sutta Shri Srimad His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktisiddhanta Swami Prabhupada ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupat Paramahamsa Parivrajakacarya Asutora Sutta Shri Srimad His Divine Grace Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada ki Jai. Anat Kori Vaishnavan ki Jai. Namacharya Haridas Thakur ki Jai. Pramsako Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasari Gaura Bhaktavan ki Jai. Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gop Gopinath Shama Kunda Radha Kunda Giri Govardhan ki Jai. Shri Vrindavan Dham ki Jai. Mathura Dham ki Jai. Navadi Dham ki Jai. Jagannath Puri Dham ki Jai. Gangamai ki Jai. Yamunamai ki Jai. Truth Devi ki Jai. Bhakti Devi ki Jai. Harinam Sankirtan Yagya ki Jai. Grantarat Srimad Bhagavatam ki Jai. Samaveta Bhaktavan ki Jai. Nitai Gaura Premanandi, Hari 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 Bol, all glories to the Assembly devotees, Hare Krishna, all glories to the Assembly devotees, Hare Krishna, all glories to the Assembly devotees, Hare Krishna, all glories to Shri Guru and Gauranga, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Namo Vishnu Krishna Bhutri Srimad Bhaktivedanta Swami Nityanamane Namaste. Saraswati Deva Gauravani Brahacharina Nirvishesha Shrunavari Bhachartadishtarine. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 So today is the auspicious appearance day of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada. He is also Prabhupada, just like our Prabhupada. There is no difference. Although one is the master, another is a disciple, but they're all Nitya Siddhas, eternally liberated souls, descending from the spiritual world to liberate us from the clutches of ignorance. So we're going to read a little bit about this great personality, great devotee, and great spiritual master. And then we have a little discussion. This is from the biography of Srila Prabhupada, Bhaktivedanta book. Chapter called Picking Up the Reins. After Srila Bhaktivedanta Thakur, who revived the disciplic succession, and he renewed the interest of the general mass in the Sankirtan movement of Lord Chaitanya, because prior to Bhaktivedanta Thakur, Lord Chaitanya's movement has been viewed as a deviant sex religion. There have been so many rascals who misinterpreted Lord Chaitanya's teachings as some kind of a mindless sex indulgence. So Bhaktivedanta Thakur, he rectified through his powerful writing, and he brought back again the real movement. So Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur continued in the efforts of Bhaktivedanta Thakur. Prior to his passing away in 1914, Bhaktivedanta Thakur entrusted the matter of preaching work to Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. He said, "I am going and I am leaving my work for the movement of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu unfinished. Take charge of it." as a bona fide acharya of the Brahma Madhava Gaudiya Sampradaya, the mission of Srimad Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami, was to re-establish the pure form of theism as propounded by Lord Chaitanya in the line of his predecessors. Bhaktisiddhanta was so learned that people called him the living encyclopedia, since he could talk with anyone on any subject matter. When Srimad Bhaktisiddhanta Goswami Maharaj was present in this world, even greatly learned scholars were afraid to talk with his beginning students. Although everyone was an enemy to him, Ramakrishna, Bogus avatars, yogis, he never compromised. Even some of his own disciples complained that his preaching technique was too chopping and that it would not be successful. But it has been seen that those who criticized him later on fell down. From his very childhood, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj was highly inspired about Srila Thakur Bhaktivinoda's movement. As a matter of fact, out of all his other sons, Srila Saraswati Thakur practically worked as the private secretary of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. As such, Bhaktivinoda Thakur gave him the transcendental power of attorney to espouse the cause of Lord Chaitanya. And so after Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur's departure, Srila Saraswati Thakur took up the reins of the reformatory movement and underwent very severe penances to start a worldwide Krishna consciousness movement. That was his mission. Bhaktivinoda Thakur wanted this, and Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati took Bhaktivinoda Thakur's words very seriously. From 1914, he was simply thinking about how to expand the movement, and then in 1918, he started the movement with the help of some disciples sent by Krishna. One of these disciples, who later became Tirtha Maharaj, previously belonged to the Ramakrishna Mission Society and was very ambitious, although he practically took advantage of a saintly person. The Gaudiya mission was started with his help, and gradually it developed. Om Agyantirinandasya Yana Jana Shalakyam Chakshunan Meritam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. I was born in the darkness of ignorance, and my spiritual master, His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, has opened my darkened eyes with the torchlight of knowledge. I offer my humble obeisances unto His lotus feet. Jai Srila Prabhupada. Jai. So, Srila Prabhupada, he composed a poem in honor of Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. Adore ye all. Maybe some of you are familiar. So, in that poem he says, the impersonal calamity you have moved. Impersonal calamity. This is the real calamity of the world, this impersonalism. The philosophical deviation from pure theism. It's a philosophical deviation. Should not make any compromise. So, God is a person. This is a very wrong idea that God is impersonal, that He doesn't have a form, He doesn't have a personality. We are personal. We're individual. We have free choices. It is not that we're all the same and that we must do everything the same. You can see in some totalitarian regimes, people are taught that you must do everything the same. I was born in such totalitarian regime country, so I know that it is a real calamity, just like Srila Prabhupada says, impersonal calamity. It is an impersonal calamity. So we are persons, we're individuals. Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, Nattu evam jatu nasam, natvanemi janaripaha, nachaivana bhavishyama, sarvabhaya mata param. Never was there a time when you, me, and all these kings did not exist. We always existed as individuals, as persons. And we shall always continue remaining individuals. The spirit soul is individual. The body is impersonal. Yes, the body is impersonal. Because the body consists of the material elements that are constantly changing. We know from the Bhagavad Gita, Deyinosminyatari komaramyonamjara. The body is always changing, even in this very lifetime. We have passed through the stage of baby, teenager, grown up, old. The body is always changing. This body you have, you cannot keep. It will be replaced. You shedding skin, you are evacuating, you eating. This will change the body. So there is nothing personal in this body. But I am a person. I am observing my body. I am a person. I'm a viewer. Suppose you take a big sheet of white cloth, and then I throw it on you. I throw it on this temple. So you see, everything is one all of a sudden. Right? Everything is one. One color. One color. No differences. So that is matter. That matter is the covering on the souls, different souls. But when you lift that sheet of cloth, you can see there's Krishna Prema, there's Eli, there's Dhananjaya. Individual, right? So these impersonalists, they conclude wrongly because they understand, oh, this is material covering. I'm covered. I'm covered in ignorance. I become attached to so many false concepts. Family, nation, race, gender. These are all concepts because they're temporary. The body is temporary. I will take birth again. I might become a woman. I might become black. I might become Chinese, whatever. That has no relevance. The body has no relevance to my when we consider identity. So they understand this. The impersonalists, they understand. Yeah, it's an imposition. Matter is a covering. But because they're not guided by sadhu, guru and shastra, they carry that nonsense conception into spiritual understanding. They think that in the spiritual world is also one, everything is one. So they're the greatest blasphemers, these rascals. They're the greatest blasphemers because they say, oh, Krishna and devotees, this is all Maya. That's why we say Mayavadi. It's all Maya. And they may even take part in the kirtan and speak of the Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, and so many things. But deep inside, they think, oh, it's all Maya. He is a denier. This person is a denier. So, impersonal calamity, you have moved. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. He is bringing the pure Siddhanta of the Vedic literatures, pure theism. Pure theism doesn't mean that fanaticism. I become unnecessarily a fanatic. That I think that, oh, my religion is the best. That I go and kill all the others. No. But the pure theism is personal. There is one God, Krishna. There is one mantra, Hare Krishna. And there is one occupation, devotional service. If you want Krishna to become your servant, that is not dharma. That is illusion. Krishna is not your servant. You are servant eternally. That is our constitutional position. There are certain things that are foundational, constitutional. They don't change. Sometimes people say, if God is unlimited, then can he commit suicide? Right? He's almighty, he should be able to do anything. No. There are things that are constitutional about God. Just like his personality is constitutional. You cannot change that. Because then you have no truth. If truth becomes subjected by conditioning, by speculation, by change, then you have no truth. The absolute is eternal. They say that, oh, we're all one, and we have become divided. So, if one, absolute, divine, whatever you want to call it, all these impersonal nomenclatures, becomes divided, then it's no longer eternal. No longer eternal. Krishna explains in the Bhagavad Gita, the soul is eternal. It cannot be divided into pieces by a weapon, by a knife. You cannot cut the soul, because the soul is eternal. You cannot cut eternity. Right? If you cut eternity, what do you have? If you cut eternity in two halves, what do you get? Two eternities, yeah. It's the same thing. Right?
No, you don't get.
No,
it's not two eternities.
Why not?
If you divide eternal into two halves,
yeah.
Well, you split the eternity in half.
Yeah.
Yeah, so then it's not eternal because it loses its character.
Yeah, I'm just explaining in different ways. If you cut eternity into two, you have two eternities. So it's the same. You can't have two eternities. You understand?
Yeah.
Cannot have two eternities. This eternity is one.
Well,
eternity is everything.
Yeah.
Absolute. Okay, let's say absolute. You can't have two absolutes.
Yeah.
Absolute is one.
Yeah, yeah.
You have duality or absolute. So this is nonsense. This idea that, oh, we have been one and we have become divided. They say this, God is, what is it? We're God experiencing itself through us. They say things like this. This is nonsense, complete nonsense. No philosophy. We're one in quality. Sat Chitananda. You're eternal, you're full of knowledge, full of bliss. Very good. Krishna is also. But not in quantity. That is why you have become covered. Krishna never becomes covered. You cannot cover Krishna by Maya, because Maya is subjected by Krishna. Maya is the tool of Krishna. Just like, I can take this stand, a wooden stand, I can play with it, I can throw it, whatever. But the stand will never take me and throw me in the air. Some things are foundational, constitutional. It remains like that. Personality is superior to impersonality. So, impersonal calamity, though, you have moved away. This is the contribution of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. He was very uncompromising. He would never compromise. That is why he has a nickname. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta has a nickname. Simha Guru. Lion Guru. It's like a lion. A lion is unchallenged by anyone. Cannot be defeated. The king of the jungle. So in the same way, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur in his manifested Leela defeated all the scholars, everyone. The Mayavadis the Ramakrishna, whatever you call them, all kinds of bogus rascals, sajiyas. When Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur was walking down the street and they saw him, they would cross on the other side, because as soon as he would see them, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati would challenge them to debate and defeat them. Living encyclopedia. Naishtika Brahmachari. From the very birth, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur was a brahmachari. He was celibate. No girlfriends. And he was such a great scholar. Such a great scholar. He learned the Bhagavad Gita as a child by heart. Everything. All the shlokas. Unbelievable. So, Krishna consciousness is not blind sentiment. If you read the Sri Brahma Samhita that Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur commented upon, you will see that the level of complexity of language that he's using is beyond our comprehension. And that is not even his first language. Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur was born in Jagannath Puri, 1874. So it was not even his first language, and he mastered English so nicely that even now, those who are English speaking, they need a dictionary to read Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati commentary on the Brahma Samhita. So a great scholar. Krishna consciousness is a great science. It is not blind sentiment. We have so much literatures, the volumes and volumes of commentaries by various acharyas. So Srila Bhaktisiddhanta was an expert in, he had a hobby in his youth to study astrology. And again, he was the greatest astrologer of his time. He wrote a book called Surya Siddhanta. So that was accepted by the institution of astrologists at the time as the topmost authoritative. But he gave it up. He wanted to spread this Lord Chaitanya's movement. So he gave up this, because this astrology is meant for karmis. The destiny of karmis is decided by the stars. Hare Krishna. But for a devotee, Krishna says, Aham tvam sarva papebhyo. I will deliver you from sinful karma. So Krishna plays with the destiny of his devotees. He can increase your lifespan or decrease it if you make offenses, or if he wants you to go back to God immediately, just like Jayananda Prabhu. He departed, as a disciple of Srila Prabhupada, he departed even before Srila Prabhupada. He went back to God, Srila Prabhupada confirmed. So Krishna is in charge of one's destiny, but he takes special care of the devotees. So Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati, from the early childhood, he was very much inspired by his great Acharya father, Bhaktivinoda Thakur. And he was serving him as his private secretary because he was so wonderful, so exceptional, so scholarly, that even in his youth, in his childhood, he would assist Bhaktivinoda Thakur. After the departure of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he underwent severe penances. Just like Srila Prabhupada also, he prepared for the mission in the West. He stayed for 9 years in Vrindavan, Srila Prabhupada, and was simply writing the Srimad Bhagavatam, 3 volumes of the first canto. Srila Prabhupada personally wrote, edited, printed, distributed, everything. And then ultimately brought it with him to America. Srimad Bhagavatam. So, Srila Prabhupada was there since, well, I don't remember exactly if it was 9 years, but he spent many, many years in Vrindavan preparing for the mission. And similarly, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he spent 9 years in the Yoga Pit, the birthplace of Lord Chaitanya. Because Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he erected this temple, Yoga Pit. You know, this is a white temple. The birthplace of Lord Chaitanya, kind of a squarish shape. You probably would remember if I showed you the picture. So that's where he was, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. He took shelter there. And he was simply taking rice, everyday rice and water. That's it, for 9 years. And chanting so many rounds, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. And even the roof fell. There was a hole. And the rain started coming. So Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur simply took an umbrella and kept on chanting. And I think he even was taking the rice from the floor. He wouldn't even have plates. Great austerity. That's what Prabhupada mentions here. He underwent very severe penances to start a worldwide Krishna consciousness movement. It is not a joke to start a worldwide Krishna consciousness movement. One must be very, very strict, very inspired. Taking up Krishna consciousness means declaring war against the illusory potency of the Lord. We're declaring a war. Because the Maya's duty is to keep us always in this covering of illusion. So as soon as you attempt, a mere attempt suffices to trigger Maya to start bringing obstacles into our path. So what to speak of starting a movement for the mass conversion of living entities to the blissful movement of Lord Chaitanya. How much one must be empowered and careful and ready. So Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he showed by practical example that you must first of all become empowered. You must be fixed on the idea. He was fixed, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati. As I said, he's a Nitya Siddha. From the very beginning, he knows exactly what to do. But to show us the example, you must have the merit to preach, not simply talking. Anyone can talk, you should do this. Everybody wants to be a guru. That is easy. But the merit, that's another thing. So for 9 years, Bhaktisiddhanta, he underwent severe austerities and was chanting, praying to the Lord for inspiration. And then after 9 years, he started this Gaudiya Math Institution. Just like Srila Prabhupada started ISKCON, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur started Gaudiya Math Institution. And it was a very, very successful movement. He established 64 branches of temples and converted so many disciples who were preaching very nicely. One of them is mentioned here, Tirtha Maharaj, or Kunja Babu, later on called Kunja Babu. So these disciples, at that time, of course, things took a different course after Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur's departure, but while he was physically present here, his movement was very, very glorious. They were publishing, I don't know, like 10 magazines. 10 magazines. We print one magazine, how much work it is, matchless gift. And they were publishing 10 or 20 magazines. I forgot the exact number. Some of them were dailies. Some of them were dailies, yeah. Some person, he challenged Bhaktisiddhanta, how can you write so much about the spiritual matters? So Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he said that this material world is simply a speck of dust, something like that he said. So if we can come up with so much news, you see so many newspaper lying down on the street about this tiny little speck of dust, material, planet, earth. What to speak of? The news from Vaikuntha. You can unlimitedly go on writing about Krishna conscious subject matters. So they were publishing, and Srila Bhaktisiddhanta published his books, his commentaries, his translations. He was printing large scale, and he sent books and disciples to the Western countries also. That's why he is a very pioneer, very revolutionary spiritual master. He sent his disciples to London and Germany, Berlin. And they have established also branches here in the West. So this is unparalleled accomplishment for Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. He was able to establish branches in the Western world. Later on, Srila Prabhupada, he continued. You can see how the disciplic succession nicely, how these acharyas nicely connect to one another. Rascals, so-called disciples, so-called acharya, he comes and he destroys the mission of his spiritual master. That is a rascal. But a real disciple expands the mission of his guru. That's why we have this name, expand the bliss. We must expand. Not simply be satisfied. Oh, Srila Prabhupada, he made ISKCON, so many temples, it is very nice. We go there, we take prasadam and talk about nonsense. You must always expand. The people who have never heard of Krishna, even in the Western world, can you imagine? There's still people who never heard of Krishna. Our Maitreya Rishi Prabhu, he told me that before he met Srila Prabhupada in his Vani form, he never heard of Krishna in his entire life, and he was living in America, such a highly progressed country. He never heard of Krishna, never heard the Maha Mantra. So we must go and push. This movement is a preaching movement. Lord Chaitanya is a preacher. We're not sitting down and having nice time together, although that is also there. But we should be compassionate. We should have the heart that people are struggling. They have no idea who they are, what is their purpose in life. And they should be informed. You are a son of the richest father. Your father, his name is Krishna. Yes. And it is your right to perform devotional service. That's another contribution of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. That he crushed these caste brahmanas who would exclude other castes from worshipping Krishna. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta fought very staunchly. And he was attacked. Even there was some risk of losing life. So many rascals came to stop him. But by the mercy of Krishna, it has been successful, and because of that, we are here today and discussing Krishna consciousness. So we owe great amount of thankfulness to Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. There's so much we could talk about his pastimes. The time is short, unfortunately. But if you're studying this book, Bhaktivedanta, I have compiled this for the devotees and non-devotees, whoever you are. And all the pastimes are described in this book of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. Okay? So you can study when we publish. Any questions?
So, Facebook. No, nothing for now. TikTok. Well, there's one comment if you want to address Mayavadi comment.
Yeah.
Krishna said, I will take any worship, all paths lead to me.
Where does he say this? Never said that. Krishna never said that. Don't cheat. You're a liar. A liar and a cheater. We know Krishna. We're devotees of Krishna. We know our Krishna. You know nothing.
He says, yes, he did.
Yeah, okay. Next. Any questions?
How do we please Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati?
Whenever you have money, print books. So all the Mayavadi rascals are smashed. Print books in as many languages and distribute. This is the process. Print books. And now we have social media. So make videos. TikTok videos. Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur was very fond of innovation in preaching. So he would surely welcome this TikTok preaching. Yes.
If you posted a question earlier, please write again for those on TikTok or on Facebook, because we cannot go so far back. So please write again and be quick.
Gabriela is asking, Hare Krishna Prabhu,
Hare Krishna.
what were Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati main arguments against impersonalists?
Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur's
Yes.
main arguments? I don't know.
Question for Hare Krishna Prabhu, please. How we can support Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada mission?
Print books. We're printing this biography. So please kindly donate as a fundraiser. He was very pleased when the books were printed. And help us to share on social media, because this is also book distribution. Books are full of information. So we're doing distribution of that information through social media as well. So help us to spread our Krishna propaganda. Tag, share, like, comment on the Bliss materials. Don't just consume. Push it further. Tag your friends. Preach to your friends.
This person, he's now quoted from the Bhagavad Gita something, if you like to address your grace.
No, yes.
He quotes Bhagavad Gita 9:23.
Can you Bhagavad Gita?
Yeah. Do I read?
Yes.
O son of Kunti, even those devotees who faithfully worship other gods also worship me. Avidi Purvakam.
That's not even in the Gita.
He's missing the whole part.
9:23.
9:23.
Now let's read the bona fide translation. Whatever a man may sacrifice to other gods, O son of Kunti, is really meant for me alone, but it is offered without true understanding. See, this word, I don't have to be a Sanskrit scholar, but avidi purvakam means without true understanding. So you're sacrificing without true understanding. That is sacrifice in a mode of ignorance. What does Krishna say about sacrifices in a mode of ignorance?
They get you more ignorance.
Yeah, they're useless. If you sacrifice in a mode of ignorance, then you're simply a fanatic. You don't know what you're doing.
He's saying read the entire text instead of stopping.
Huh? You're not going to tell me what I'm supposed to do. You're not my spiritual master. Rascal number 1. So, without true understanding, those who worship other gods, they don't have true understanding. And that is supported in the Srimad Bhagavatam. In the 4th canto, Srimad Bhagavatam, it is stated that just like watering the root of a tree, all the branches are nourished simultaneously. Similarly, by worshipping Krishna, all the gods are satisfied. And if you try to satisfy all the gods, you can worship all the gods in the universe. It's just like watering the branches. The tree will dry out. That's not how it works. That's what it means, avidi purvakam. Without true understanding. If someone wants to water the tree and he's watering the branches, yes, he's watering. Okay, good. Worshipping is somehow, we don't condemn. Someone is, at least he's worshipping somehow or other. But without true understanding, so there will be no benefit. The tree will dry out. So you need knowledge. You have no knowledge. You should learn. You're speaking something without true understanding. See, Krishna talks about you. You're speaking something and you have no knowledge. That's what I was saying before. Everybody wants to be guru. Oh, I want to be also guru. It's Purujit. He's preaching here, getting so many viewers. How many viewers we have?
36.
36 viewers are listening to him. I'm also going to be the guru now. But you have no understanding. You can be a guru, but you must have the knowledge. I have studied from my spiritual master. You have studied from no one. See? And you posing as an authority and giving misguiding people about what Krishna said in the Bhagavad Gita. You see? So this is a problem. So many rascals, fools are speaking nonsense and the people are misguided.
This nonsense is still insisting that you didn't read the text.
Okay, let's not waste time with a madman. Anything else? Any other comments, questions?
Maybe if I can just clarify something.
Yes.
And maybe it's being a bit pedantic because I know it's a tune to be a tapper.
Mm-hmm. Give her the mic.
There's one here.
Just have to turn it on. Just hold it for some time.
Oh, yeah.
This button. Until the light is on.
It's blue. So, Nityananda Prabhu, he said how to please Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj Prabhupada, and you said print books. So why are we wasting time by trying to do business?
Business?
Yeah.
Why are you mentioning business?
Because you said how to please him is print books. So
yeah.
Should we not go, okay, so then it's just books. But when we don't do that, we also engage in business ideas as well.
Yeah, well, that's okay. Because the business, you make money. And then the money you can use for preaching.
Printing books.
Yeah.
Okay.
So everything can be dovetailed. Otherwise, business is a waste of time. If you're making business money, big money, or Bill Gates, it's just a waste of time. Accumulating money for nothing. But if you print books, it's very good business. Mm-hmm. That is part of it. Also, temple worship. That's also part of Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur's movement. Pancharatrika Vidhi. That's why he established the 64 branches of Gaudiya math. So the devotees are trained how to distribute the books. The book distributors are also needed. So book distribution is very complex topic. Many departments can be engaged.
Post.
Okay, anything else?
Neil, Prabhu, making and publishing high quality. Can I get a mic?
So Neil Prabhu is asking, Neil at Bliss, that is, making and publishing high quality cloth bound, finest paper, finest print and design books. Can this be our desire to manifest?
Yes, very nice desire. Yes, when we print this biography of Srila Prabhupada, it will be very, very high class. We have already collected almost 20,000 pounds. And now we're just negotiating with the printer. And the first volume is 700 pages with more than 100 pictures. It's a very high-class publication. So we hope that we're going to please Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur in this way by glorifying his disciple, Srila Prabhupada.
Some nonsense is also saying...
just block him. Just block him.
So this is a different guy.
So is it anything sane?
It's like, it's a Mayavad again, if you want to address Mayavad.
Okay.
He's saying, hold on. Books cannot teach anything, only...
Okay, just hold on. Books are made of words, right?
Yes.
So you're just speaking words. Next.
He's saying someone...
No, you cannot say because words are, you cannot say, you cannot speak.
Some other nonsense
Because books are made of words. Are you speaking words?
So another nonsense is saying, brother, turn to Advaita Vedanta, the correct interpretation of the Vedas.
Okay, that's not it.
Yeah. So yeah, that's...
You probably don't even know what Advaita Vedanta is. You're just speaking, you don't understand anything.
Okay, so it's finished.
Gabriela asking, can we help with the translation of the book in other languages?
Yes, please. That'll be wonderful. Yes, of course. Actually, just today, I've received a translation by our dear Mark Prabhu from Germany. He translated this book, The Proof of You.
Joy.
Yeah, he translated it before, but now he sent me the final version, PDF. He has done a great service. And the day before, I was working on the French version of the Matchless Gift magazine with Bhaktin Ananda from Montreal. So it seems like we're expanding in different languages now, our Bliss movement. This is very nice. So if you speak any language other than English and you have propensity for translating, it's also not so easy to translate. You must understand the philosophy very correctly. Then please get in touch with us, and yes, at least we can make digital versions, and and we can also print. If there's interest, then we can print also in other languages. But now everything is so simplified because we can make a digital version or audio book, and anyone can download and listen, and so yes, definitely. I think Daivi Shakti, she should translate into French, this biography, and you should translate into Slovenian. Nityananda.
Sorry?
You should translate this biography of Prabhupada to Slovenian.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Translate everything. Whatever you have, the language, so take advantage. Wow, something, you were born there, so something you know. Okay, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada ki
Jai.
Srila Prabhupada ki Jai Guru Premanandi.
Hari Bol.
Om Mr. Paraya Krishna Vastaya Bhutri Shmari Bhakti Vedanta Samani Namaste Saraswati Guru Vani Mirachari Nandin Vishesha Shunamari Pachadari